Will anybody be offended if I sit down?
Never.
No.
Good, because I'm going to.
How dare you? Oh shit. Oh boy.
Alright.
Story time, children.
This poem is called Pull Up the Anchor. Speaking in tongues is letting the gods shine in, acknowledging the constellation in the linoleum, the horoscope you can't disbelieve, the northern lights that wind themselves around your ankles and keep you strapped tight to your bed. There is a language invented by the undertow to mock water slides. You spoke it before you had teeth. It scraped out a place inside your head where your fears could live and root and fuck and suffocate you in their three-eyed radioactive spawn. There are men in white trucks who will want to bleach your frontal lobe until it resembles a sixth-run paperback in a grocery store window. The only thing that can convince them to drive away in peace is a teenage symphony to God that pushes its fingers through the iron bars of their hospitals and touches them so deeply they finally notice your breath through their Prozac-colored glasses. Alright, that's that one.
Yeah!
Can you hear me okay? Is the microphone
Yes.
too close to me? Alright. This one's called Rock and Roll Moon. The lights of the Las Vegas Strip thrust their hips over the horizon loud enough to drown out the moon. Scream and inherit the desert. The biggest bed I could afford is waiting for us at the end of the highway. But a white wedding will never be written in the pages of our atlas. Still, I want to ask you to marry me. It's a craving, the crooked slot handle on my tongue, the curved bite of the wooden Indian's hand, the growl in my gut as the cherries and the sevens spin by. The texture of another dollar sliding from my fingers is a jukebox's worth of songs about nothing, but when I tell you I love you, I mean it like an early 80s power ballad. Desperate to beam something honest through a fog of Aquanet and leopard print spandex. There are newspaper stands in the suburbs full of true stories about blood diamonds, divorce statistics, how all the real feminists stay up real late wearing industrial-strength handcuffs and fishnet stockings, how they still manage to show up to work early the next morning and only cry noble tears about noble causes like breast cancer, and the glass ceiling, and the noble deaths of other noble people. I know that a 21st century happy ending almost never involves white lace or outdated promises, but when I tell you I love you, it means I forgot how to tell time. The sun's on one side of me, Las Vegas on the other, and I can't tell anymore which is rising and which is falling. The words brim in my throat like the aftermath of cheap beer, but I can't bring myself to make that kind of mess. I swallow hard, wash it down with stale gas station coffee, say a silent prayer of thanks to Elvis, Tom Jones, and Holy Liberace, that you don't notice my gag reflex, and I turn the radio off louder than 1,000 slot machines playing Highway to Hell. The desert abides around us. 2 years of missing persons climb out of the sand and trot after the car, fogging up our back windows with handfuls of rice. I watch them stumble. I choke until my love looks cheaper than a vending machine cubic zirconia. I keep my mouth shut. I couldn't stand to hear you say no. I have one more here. This one's called The Tie That Binds. This is how to write a country song, one deadly sin at a time. Johnny Cash was the illegitimate son of a gospel song and a whiskey bottle. God only knows how many times he asked June Carter to marry him before she said yes. This is how you fall in love. 1 month at a time. March stares you down like a tin soldier. April drips pop songs all over your yellow umbrellas. May just takes the piss out of you. But there's something about June that makes you want to dress in black and hang out with cardboard cows. It makes your hangovers taste like apple pie and American cheese. It makes July taste just like a hangover. This is how you cement the abyss, one drink at a time. If you smoke enough pot, you can find out where the devil keeps his record collection. You can forge your ego into a Colt 45 and take out your problems on the rabbits in the bathroom fixtures. You can treat all your lovers like bent screen doors. God help anyone who might actually care about you. Drink hard to the memory of Tuesday. Pour one out for Wednesday. On Thursday, walk the line, 1 minute at a time. Count 12 steps between you and the liquor cabinet. Make up excuses not to get out of bed. Suffer the noises alone, with all the trappings of martyrdom embroidered onto your black linen sleeves. Swear to God you didn't do this to yourself. Need is just want with a God complex. Johnny Cash finally married June Carter the same year he got clean. This is how I walk the line. 1 step backwards at a time. The times I don't kiss you. The times I don't hold your hand. When we sleep with our hearts behind glass barriers. When you kiss someone thin without midnight terrors or saddlebags under her eyes. When I kiss someone who holds me like a suspension bridge, clinging to a rail and staring into the abyss, the cigar band crushed in my coat pocket, the mason jars full of white sobriety chips. I keep making up excuses not to walk the distance between us. I swear I wouldn't have done this to myself. This is how I love you. Like the twang of an E string loves an awkward silence. Like any drug loves its addict back.